National Signing Day. I got a pretty good response on that. But anyway, welcome to the Curtis Colwell Center. My name is Cliff Odenwall. I'm the athletic director for Garland ISD. Want to thank everybody who's attending today, because not only Garland ISD, school districts all across the nation are celebrating this great day and the next venture in your lives. There's many people to thank, your parents, your coaches, your teammates, because without them, today would not be possible. Before we get into the program, I'd like to introduce a few special guests. From the Board of Trustees, we have the President of the Board, Mr. Jed Reed, Mr. Johnny Beach, and Miss Linda Griffin. I want to thank them for all of their support in helping you and helping us get you to this place. Dr. Lopez is on his way. He's supposed to do the greetings, and I'll say that in a minute and let him speak. But I'll go ahead and at this time, turn it over to Steve Reeves, and we'll go ahead and present the athletes. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everybody excited today? The big day is finally here. You guys have already signed, and tell you what, congratulations from each and every one of us. What a great day it is to be a GISD athlete. You guys have worked hard over your 4 years, and it is now time for the payoff. Of course, today was the big day for all of you guys. Y'all got to sign, but we wanted to recognize you guys here today. We want to make it special for you, something that you'll remember, because it's something we'll never forget. Each one of you, we watch the football games and the soccer games and the baseball games. We attend those sports, and we look at the newspaper and the news and Max Preps and all the different websites, and we keep up with you guys. And it is very exciting and very encouraging to see all of you taking the next step. It's a hard effort for you guys to make. You've got your studies you have to work towards. Of course, athletics in and of itself is hard. I played sports myself, and I know. But for you guys to excel in the classroom and then to also excel on the field, it's something special, something that all of you should be very proud of. Not everyone can do it. And for you guys to take the next step and work on, going to college and getting that degree, you guys are awesome. And we just want to thank you for what you've done for GISD athletics, and we certainly congratulate you moving forward. I want to mention one last statement here, and I hope it resonates with you after I say this, but it goes like this: a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action becomes reality. So each and every one of y'all had a dream. I'm sure most of you from when you were a little kid playing on the playground, and most of you had those dreams and desires of being an athlete. But, once you have that dream and you write it down, you then set goals for yourself. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So once you have that goal and it's broken down, all of you came up with your plan and your plan moving forward to go to college. And of course, that plan backed by action becomes reality. Well, today was your reality as each and every one of you signed letters of intent. And so again, we congratulate you. And with that, now let's move to the presentation of athletes. First up, we have the athletes from Garland High School. Basketball, Coach Randy Love. Jalen Young, Grambling State University. Next, we have football and Coach Danny Russell. Joseph Burgess, McPherson College. Jacob Herrera, Howard Payne University. Montana Miller, University of Mary Hardin Baylor. Next, we have softball and Coach Jennifer Sisson. Alexis LaFleur, Trinity Valley Community College. Girls track, Coach Lynn Duck. Isabel Borrego, Stephen F. Austin State University. And let's have another round of applause for our student athletes from Garland High School. Next, Lakeview Centennial High School. Football coach Kendall Miller. Isaiah Haro, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Corbin Harrington, Austin College. Jermaine Johnson, Sol Ross State University. Travion Johnson, Midwestern State University. Derek Oyedipo, RPA College. Julius Reed, Langston University. Zakamian West, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Elijah Wilson, Langston University. Jordan Wilson, RPA College. And now we have track and Coach Tyranny Knight. Mariah Ayers, Baylor University. Erica Hubbard, Jarvis Christian College. Let's have another round of applause for our student athletes from Lakeview Centennial High School. Next up, we have Naaman Forest High School. Football with Coach Marvin Sedbury Jr. Lemuel Adams, Howard Payne University. Jordan Bowes, Hardin-Simmons University. Jordan Flores, Hardin-Simmons University. Devasie McCartney, Mississippi College. Next, we have girls soccer and Coach Joe Horn. Randy Thortis, Richland Community College. Juliet Torres Gonzalez, Murray State College. Next, we have volleyball and Coach Tasha Halem. Kennedy Jones, Laramie County Community College. And let's have another round of applause for our student athletes from Naaman Forest High School. And now introducing the student athletes from North Garland High School. First up is football and Coach Joe Castillo. Uzo Ebenama, Texas A&M University Commerce. Lalo Garcia, Sol Ross State University. Next, we have swimming and Coach Philip Wiggins. Layla Atuma, Adams State University. Let's have another round of applause from our student athletes from North Garland High School. Next up, our student athletes from Rowlett High School. And first, we have basketball with coaches Jason Bush and Alexis Hill. Carson Loya, Southwestern College. Alexis Hill coming up to the stage now. This is girls basketball. Nagazi Abaneki, Texas Women's University. Next up, we have football and Coach Doug Stevens. Jerry Evans, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Next, we have soccer and Coach Jason Fergreus. Grace Fedosky, Louisiana Tech University. Next, we have tennis and Coach Carol Mays. Rachel Schweitzer, Concordia University. Volleyball, Coach Lindsay Cox. Fumi Oladapo, Butler University. And we have one more, baseball, and Coach Doug Stevens. Ethan Green, Ouachita Baptist University. And let's hear another round of applause for our student athletes from Rowlett High School. Next, we have our student athletes from Saxe High School. First, we have baseball and Coach Chris Burrow. Chase Alford, Paris Junior College. Cameron Cromer, Abilene Christian University. Chase Cromer, North Central Texas College. Trent Dean, Paris Junior College. Dylan DeBeauty, Grayson College. Ty Fairley, Rose State College. David Gonzalez, Stephen F. Austin State University. Kelly McCreary, Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. Next, we have basketball and Coach Donna McCullough. Avery Krause, University of Texas at El Paso. Football and Coach Mark Behrens. Anthony Beltran, Kansas Wesleyan University. Braylon Brooks, United States Navy. Micah Buchanan, Navarro College. Chase Franks, University of the Incarnate Word. Latrey Harris, Grandview University. Jameson LaJoy, Johns Hopkins University. Larry Wynn, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Bryce Robinson, Texas Tech University. Derek Rose, Sam Houston State University. Joshua Velasquez, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Torrey Washington, Grandview University. Clark Yarborough Jr., Ouachita Baptist University. And we have one last mention of a player not here today because he's already started college, Hunter Spears, University of Notre Dame. Next, we have girls soccer and Coach Kristen Campbell. Hannah Hooks, Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Jaslyn Reese, Rogers State University. Haley Wells, Rogers State University. Next, we have softball and Coach Pete Van Bacchus. Madison Boyd, Oklahoma State University. Volleyball and Coach Ricky Jones. Kara Barnes, University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Alyssa Kennedy, Laramie County Community College. Avery Satterfield, Missouri Valley College. Emma Winiger, Harding University. And let's have another round of applause for our student athletes from Saxe High School. Next, our student athletes from South Garland High School. First, we have basketball with Coach Dominique Parker. Christopher Harris, Texas A&M University. Tyrese Maxey, University of Kentucky. Next, football. Coach Damaso Martinez, and joined on the stage by Coach Philip Murray. Kyler Kinsey, Southern Nazarene University. Xavier Orta, Kilgore College. Jaquarian Turner, Stephen F. Austin State University. And let's have a final round of applause for our student athletes from South Garland High School. A student athlete is often best described as an individual with the unenvious task of trying to balance life between being a full-time student and a full-time athlete. Words we easily associate with a student athlete include determination, dedication, preparation, perseverance, and commitment. Our speaker today is the perfect example of this definition, and her accomplishments, both athletically and academically, have contributed to her great success. Sarah Davis is a graduate of Naaman Forest High School, where she was a three-sport athlete for the Lady Rangers. She played on the varsity basketball team all 4 years at Naaman Forest, the varsity volleyball team beginning her sophomore year, and was a standout soccer player, dominating as the starting varsity forward and team captain. She also led the Lady Rangers in both goals and assists, which is quite an accomplishment. At this same time, Sarah played club soccer for the Texas Longhorns 80, where they were the 1995 to 1997 State Cup champion and the 1995 to 1996 regional champion, adding to her athletic achievements. Additional soccer activities include the Olympic Development Program regional team from 95 to 97, national team pool in 1997, regional team European tour, Paris and Italy in 1997, and the women's national team training camp in Chula Vista, California, 1997. Not only did Sarah succeed as an athlete, but she was equally outstanding as a student, where she was on the academic honor roll and a member of the National Honor Society. Upon graduating, Sarah attended Southern Methodist University, where she continued to exemplify the definition of a student athlete. At the collegiate level, she once again excelled on the soccer field with numerous athletic achievements. So let me just mention a few, and they're long. NCAA All-Region Team 2000-2001. First Team All-Western Athletic Conference 1999, 2000, and 2001. WAC Tournament MVP in 2000. WAC All-Tournament Team 2000 and 2001. Selected Western Athletic Conference Player of the Week 3 times during her career. SMU Female Player of the Year in 2001. Now, she is the SMU all-time statistical leader in these categories. Ranked number 2 in game-winning goals, ranked number 8 in career goals scored, ranked number 13 in goals per game, ranked number 15 in points per game, and ranked number 20 in assists. Annual leader for goals scored in 1999, 2000, and 2001. Annual leader for points per game, 1999, 2000, 2001. Annual leader for assists in 1999. And the SMU letter winner 1998 through 2001. Quite a few accomplishments for Sarah. Through all of these amazing athletic achievements, though, perhaps her most important came in the form of her academic achievements when she received her Bachelor of Arts degree in advertising. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to introduce Sarah Davis, who will provide words of inspiration.
Thank you, Steve, for that introduction. Let's give another round of applause to all of our senior athletes on this awesome day. What a huge accomplishment for all of you. You are the best of the best in Garland. You are true leaders in your school and in the community. You know what it means to be a scholar athlete in the classroom and on the field. We are so happy to be able to honor you on this awesome day. I would like to thank Cliff, Judy, my high school coach, and the rest of the GISD athletic department for allowing me to come speak to you today. As stated earlier, I graduated from Naaman Forest in 1998. I received a full scholarship to play soccer at SMU. I had the ability to play at the highest level, training with the national team and traveling to many states and countries to compete. Upon graduation at SMU, I spent the last 17 years teaching and coaching soccer, the game I love, and giving back to my community in the district. Being here on this stage brings back so many memories. I was in your shoes 20 years ago. 20 years ago probably seems like eternity to you, but it truly feels like it was yesterday to me. Like Cliff mentioned earlier, there are a lot of people that influenced you and helped you get to where you are today. I'd like to embellish on a few of those. First and foremost, your parents. Athletes, you need to thank your parents for all the hard work and endless hours they put in to helping you get where you are today. Staying up late, getting up early, taking you to practices, games, tournaments. Thank you, parents, for all the sacrifices. Athletes, please be thankful that they brought you into the world. You can't choose your parents, but there is one thing you can choose. You can choose to make sure you represent them in the right way. Everything you do will have an outcome, either positive or negative. Your actions will reflect on your parents and your family's name and the organization you're playing for. Secondly, the coaches. Coaches spend more time with these athletes and over the season and years and see them more than their parents do. Coaches teach these athletes how to set goals, be disciplined, the definition of teamwork, trust, and how to do your best and never settle for anything less. Thank you, coaches, for all the hours spent preparing these athletes for college sports. Then there are the teachers and the principals, the ones who prepared you academically so that you will be successful at the next level in college and face the challenges that the classroom will bring. And last of all, your teammates and your friends. These friends have lifted you up, cheered you on, supported you along the way. You've created a special bond with your teammates that will last a lifetime. Let's give all these people, parents, coaches, friends, teachers, principals, a round of applause for supporting these young men and women. Athletes, you need to stay close to these people. They've guided you, helped you, and they are the same people that will continue to support you when you're in college. What's next? In a few short months, you're entering the collegiate level, which is a completely new ball game. There's going to be some challenges that you're going to face. Being a college student is a daily struggle. Add in playing a sport, your struggle increases dramatically. I cannot imagine my life or college without sports, but there is an increase in stress with being a student athlete. Keep doing what you've been doing. Set goals, work hard, be prepared, and be in the best shape that you've been in when you step foot on that campus. Right now, you're the best of the best in this district and at your school. There's a lot of people that admire you and wish that they were in your shoes. Not many people get to play at the collegiate level. You've done it, but now is the time to focus, because when you get to school, everyone's going to be faster, bigger, and stronger than you. Your first impression on these coaches is what's going to make a difference, and your goal is to outwork the best athlete at your school. Being a college athlete will teach you the importance of overcoming adversity and working hard to get what you want. Nothing in life is handed to you, and if being a college athlete doesn't teach you that, I don't know what will. In order to get something, you have to work hard for it. That being said, there are going to be times that no matter how hard you work or how hard you're trying, things are not going to go your way. This happened multiple times during my college soccer career, but I learned to push through it, and through the rough patches and keeping a positive attitude, everything will work out. It's going to be hard. Here's a glimpse of what my daily life was like as a freshman. The alarm went off at 5:30 a.m. before the sun was up. I had to get ready for conditioning and weightlifting. Rush off to breakfast, scarfing down my first meal. Then class from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Barely had time to eat lunch. And then practice from 3 to 5 p.m. Finally, dinner. There's no regular meal schedule. With all the rigorous workouts and burning so many calories each day, you'll have a bottomless stomach and a never-ending hunger. Then study hall from 7 to 9 p.m., where you could finish homework or study for an exam the next day. Sometimes you're up till midnight or 2 a.m. finishing your paper. Then we do it all over again the next day for 4 straight years. It can be very intimidating, but you've got to find the courage and the mental toughness to push through, because the outcome is something so wonderful. Naps are few and far between, but they will become your best friend. You will be able to nap wherever and whenever, sitting down, standing up, laying on the couch, on the floor of the locker room, maybe in the shower. You might surprise yourself. There is no off season. The season begins when you step foot on that campus, and it doesn't end. There are practices held year-round. While all your friends are at home or on vacation, during break, you're still at school, practicing and playing. Summer? What is summer? You still have to train every day. And you're probably going to be homesick. I can remember laying on my bed in the dorm room waiting for practice. I was missing my mom and my family terribly. Even though they lived here in Garland, 30 minutes away from SMU, I hardly had time to go home to see them. I was sad. I missed those home-cooked meals my mom used to make. My whole body hurt. I was tired and sore from workouts. Sleeping was the only time the pain stopped. But there is one thing I will tell you. There will be a time when your season or your college career is over that you will actually miss all of these challenges. Because at the end of the day, you won't trade anything for your sport or being a college athlete for anything in the world. You have the foundation for success. There's a reason you're sitting in this room. Everyone gets the same amount of time every day. You have to choose what you do with your time. You choose your friends. Don't let them choose you. When you're an athlete, you acquire many friends. Make sure you set your own expectations and make the right choices. Some of the best times are ahead of you. It's going to be tough athletically and academically. So be sure and set good goals. But a goal without a plan is just a wish Life is a plan. You can do anything you set your mind to, but there is one goal and one plan that you need to set if you haven't already, and that is to finish the journey. Go off to school, play hard, make your school proud, learn immensely, but do not come back to GISD without your education and diploma. That is your number one goal. Athletics is a memory you will enjoy for a very long time, but your education will last a lifetime. We are so proud of each and every one of you. Enjoy the journey, work hard, make a difference, believe in yourself. It's a great honor and pleasure to be here and celebrate each and every one of you. Congratulations again, and make GISD proud. Thank you.
I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but Coach Davis is a head girls soccer coach at North Garland High School. What a way to go. Get your education and come back and give to GISD and help kids like yourself that need help. I'd like to introduce a few more guests that came in a little bit. First, Board of Trustee, Mr. Jamie Miller. I want to thank Mr. Miller for coming. Superintendent for GISD, Dr. Rick Lopez. Dr. Lopez, you want to say a word or two? Yeah, come on up.
Parents, congratulations. You've seen the sacrifice that your kids have made throughout the years. Raising an athlete is very different than raising anybody else. They're always at games, so when they have no life, you have no life as well. When they have things going on, you don't have things going on because you're doing what they need to do to get here. But there's some lessons that they learn that Coach kind of talked about that we got to really have to resonate deep with us. When you're an athlete, there's a lot of life skills that people don't pick on, that they acquire. They learn camaraderie, teamwork. They learn how to take constructive criticism without taking it personally. They learn to be their own worst critic. They're never satisfied with what they've done or where they've been. They know what it's like to recover from a bad day. They know how to pick friends. They know people that are just having their best interests and those that don't. Because all the things that they've done to get here, if you think about it, other kids have not. Think about the times that your kids have had to miss on their good friends' birthday parties or a vacation. Or they're out working out when everybody else is out swimming or lounging or enjoying the lake. Think of the times where they still are taking those rigorous classes and the teacher's not sensitive to their time schedule or what they're going through. Think of the times whenever they had to decide if what they're dealing with in their body is pain or is it injury. Because there's a fine line between both. These kids have learned a lot. And students, she's right, this is just the beginning of a new chapter. You start clean. When you go out there, everybody to the left and right of you is at your level or higher. And so what are you going to do to separate yourself? I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to be from Garland ISD, Garland, USA, where we're not afraid to outwork people, where we're not afraid to get gritty. When we take our naps standing up, we don't take shortcuts. Every shortcut you take is a piece of a big puzzle that you can never get back. That's the beauty of this district that most people don't understand. We've got the brains, we got the athleticism, but we got the grit. So I look forward to having future guest speakers. I look forward to hopefully hiring a few of you back to coach, to be mentors to our young women, to our young men, and keep the Garland legacy alive. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez. There's two or three more from the cabinet that showed up tonight I'd like to recognize. First, Dr. Brent Ringo, who's our Chief Financial Officer. He's up in the stands. Dr. Susanna Russell, Chief Leadership Officer, Lisa Ray, General Counsel, Ms. Chris Valdez, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, and then also the man that kind of keeps our place together, Joel Falcone, Executive Director of Facilities. Thank you, Joel. There's one group behind me that I forgot to introduce, and of course I'll never let that down, just kind of like forgetting your wife or something like that when you get up and speak, and that's the athletic department staff. I'd like to recognize Ms. Judy Campbell, Mr. Sam McElroy, Dr. Quentin Oliphant, and Coach Philip Wiggins. Please give them a hand because they had a big thing here today. Would like to thank Ms. Maida Milligan, Tiffany, the Communications Department, Delbert, GRS TV, everybody for making this day possible. And on a closing note, I got to make a few statements. First is your warning. I give every class this warning. It's this little thing right here. Greatest invention ever. And it can be the worst invention ever. Mine's a 6. You can't see it. It's not a 10. It's an iPhone. I don't have the newest and the fanciest, but I can still do everything on this. Be careful what you take pictures of. Be careful what you tweet. Be careful what you say. You cannot take it back. And you represent your family. You represent GISD and everything we've taught you to do right. Remember that. Remember it. Only positive things about teammates and family. Those are what we want to hear. Number 2 is the fact, Coach Davis said it, in 3 short months you'll be walking across this stage with your diploma. Finish strong. I challenge you to finish strong. You are the leaders on your campus. Your senior class needs you. Your campus needs you. This is the time when things can kind of, hey, I got my college scholarship, I can go do my thing. This is the time we need your leadership most in that school to get everybody across this stage. Coach Davis said it right, be in the best shape of your life. You better win every dadgum drill, and you better win every dadgum sprint because everybody else is better, and they better see your heart. And she said it best. Do not, listen to me, do not come home without that degree. And if you have the chance, get multiple degrees. I'll tell you what happened to me. I left to go to college, going to summer camp. My mother moved from Texas to Tennessee. She wanted to be sure I didn't come back. We love you. Your family loves you. But you know what? They're tired of feeding you. They've done their job. We've done our job. It's your job to get an education. It's your job to come back with that degree. And if you don't come back. I'm just telling you that right now. We don't want you back unless you got that diploma. This is the highlight of our year in the athletic department, I'm not going to lie. Look at you. Man, you look so sharp. I never get to see you guys like this. But you look so good. Parents, I know you're so proud. And what a great day of celebration to enjoy Garland ISD and the great jobs and the things that you have done. Please, please thank everybody for that. Just want to remind everybody there's some opportunities to take selfies. Those are positive things that you can post. I'll just let you know that right now. So but have the opportunity to go back and post and do a good job, have fun, and congratulations and represent. Thank you.